What did you think of today, Shane?
It was really great.
Really neat? Why was it neat?
I got to go in a lot of places that I didn't in normal baseball.
Hey, you got to go in the dugout, in the locker room. He loved running the bases. I don't know how he had this much energy. He had a golf tournament on Thursday, which I saw you sink a putt. Friday, I don't know what y'all did. Saturday, you had the run. You know, you had that run over at Duke Gardens, and today you got the baseball game. So I don't know how you had that much energy to run the bases, but you had fun.
You like baseball, or is that your favorite sport?
Basketball is, but that's my second.
You're good at basketball?
Not really.
Just like to watch it. Can we see your shirt?
Yes.
No, I don't see
The one you're holding, yeah.
That's Team
Yeah,
Shane.
Team
That's-
Shane. I didn't realize you
there's
had
Team
that
Shane,
one. I'm
and
glad
then,
you showed me that.
we get both shirts, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Team Shane, and that's Shane.
That's awesome.
Is that a cool little keepsake? You're going to wear that?
Yeah.
What do you think about NC State?
It's a really good team, and I always cheered for it, and I love this team. It's my favorite team.
What about the coach?
I really like him, and I'm out.
I'm good at it.
He's at a loss for words.
All right, what do we got?
What does it mean to both of y'all to be able to do this? First of all, what does it mean to you that they hold this game today and that there are people wearing Team Shane shirts?
It was really exciting because I wanted to get together with everybody, and I really love baseball.
And you, sir?
This is something we talked about the other day when y'all were here. It's just something. I mean, last night, Trey Turner's parents flew in. Kristen and her mom flew in with the two kids. Two of Trey's agents flew in. And we all went to dinner last night at the Players Retreat and watched Carlos pitch for the first 6 innings. And we turned to Trey's game and saw him have a good night. And then obviously I went to the hospital and stayed with Josh Hogue for a long time. And so that's been on my mind. But back to this game, it's just something that we wanted to get started. We got it started. I think it was a huge success because we put it together in a short period of time. And I want to thank there was a few people that helped with that, a few people that helped because it was tough trying to coach and keep this team together with all the injuries we've had and put this thing together in a short period of time. But I think it was a huge success, and I think my dream is obviously we'll play this game every year here at NC State, but I'd love to see it start around the ACC, start with every college in North Carolina, then maybe spread out to other conferences and the SEC. If you get the impact of people like that playing this game and spread to the Big Ten and Big 12, then next thing you know, they can be playing this game all over the country, and you can think of the dollars for research and just families to help families as they go through things they have to do. But I think this could have been a bigger success if it wasn't for the injury of Josh Hogue last night, which is still devastating to me.
Did he break his leg?
His leg's fractured pretty good. He's tried to get surgery last night, but the trauma unit just kept having incoming and incoming. They kept putting it off. It was going to be at 8 o'clock this morning. I went there this morning, left there about 9:30 to come here at 10, and now it was going to be at 5:30, and I just heard he might have got pushed back again. I don't know what's going on, but he's got a pretty good fracture. It's going to keep him sidelined for about 4 months probably.
It takes a lot of responsibility from your kids when you have your mind going so many different directions to set this up. How do you think your team handled that? Because they probably had added responsibility maybe during this game, considering, as you said. Yeah.
I thought what they did last night was remarkable. I know after Josh went out last night, my mind was elsewhere for the rest of the game. It really hit me hard. I've seen a lot of injuries. I've seen a lot of things happen in my time in baseball, but that one hit me really, really hard. This is a guy that came here to play baseball. He was really figuring this game out, and obviously our three-hole hitter and a great defensive right fielder. And for that to just a freak play to happen, just to sit with him in the hospital last night and this morning, and talking to his parents, it hits you. It hits you. Yeah, it hurts the team, but it hurts for the kid. Yeah, you just don't like injuries on any team, anywhere. Injuries are a part of sports, but boy. Everyone I've ever seen bothers me.
How pivotal was this week in terms of you wanted a non-conference week to set up? I'm going to mitigate what happened today, the value today. But as far as your team, you wanted that non-conference to help set things back up with the pitch. And I know you had midweeks and tight schedules and such.
Yeah, we've had this during finals where the kids are distracted, with finals. But finals seem to have changed. It's not like when me and Chipper were in school and you actually sat down and went to class and took 5 finals. I got freshmen. I did go. I got freshmen who are done with exams the first day. They only took one online. So the whole exam thing has blown me away how that's changed. But they're still in exams, and so we've always played a non-conference competition, which gives you a break for out of conference. Next year, I think the ACC is going to change some things. We're going to roll right through, and so you won't have that anymore. But so it was nice, and you want to play a quality team, which we did. Ball State, I think they got a shot to win their league. And they're a good team, well coached from an old friend of mine forever. And they had 2 of their players called to the big leagues this weekend. It's a good program, and always has been. And so we played well, but now you turn around, here's Wilmington coming in Tuesday night, and then you got to go to Florida State. So, and we got to figure some things out. And obviously we put Luke Nixon in right field today, and having her at second. And we still got to figure some stuff out. It's guys are going to have to really refocus and we got to get better in some areas.
Any special donations for this fund today?
I went to dinner last night and Trey's agent gave me a check for $10,000.
Is that from them?
I think it was from him personally. I think it was from him personally and his wife and family and. My wife and I made a donation, but talked to Steve Stroud this morning. Steve Stroud couldn't be here today, but he let me know a donation was on the way. And like I said, I'm not sure this was publicized as well as we could have publicized it to get it out in the community. I wish we could figure out how to get our crowds to come earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's always packed in the third inning. Dave always wants to get it packed in the third quarter after tailgating. I want to get it packed at the beginning of the game. It's always packed in the third. Got to figure. But I'm just glad we can go through a national anthem now without hearing Red and Wolfpack in the middle of the song. I'm really glad that our baseball fans and maybe Wolfpack fans across every sporting event we have, we can quit doing that.
What's it been like, I guess, the last couple of weeks, seeing Jacob kind of come into his own and find out?
Dude, he's special. He's special now. Guys, you saw him finish the Carolina game against what their coach said may be the best player in the country. I know how he feels about him. I don't blame him. I had him on Team USA, and yeah, he's that good. So I saw Duden finish the game. Y'all saw that against Carolina in a high octane game, and then you saw what he came out here and did today. That was special. Our guys were I think they were still in a lull today a little bit. The dugout was really quiet. I thought it was a really quiet atmosphere. I think they're tired. I think they had, exams, long week, tired. You lose your focus out of conference a little bit. You won the first 2 games, and this one seemed comfortable to them, not to me. And when Duden came in and did what he did, they got a little more charged up. They were like, wow. That's pretty electric. So he's getting better every time out.
Just going back to just the occasion for today, what was it like for you seeing this idea come into reality from planning stages from the beginning of the season to come see actual victory over cancer game in action?
Well, like I said, I think this thing's going to spread. I think it's going to tie in with you. Talk about Jimmy V, all cancer. That encompasses all cancer. Then you got K-Yao, all women's cancer. And now we're covering the children. Now we got children's cancer, and so now it's an umbrella that's covering everything, right? Every scope, and it ties it together with Trey and Kristen Turner. Kristen was a gymnast here. Trey obviously played baseball here, and they both fell in love with NC State. Part of why they chose this foundation, not only do they have their 2 kids, but I was up there when the Phillies sent the Braves home that year, and in the box, beside Trey's box, was Bryce Harper's box, and all little kids were running around. And after the game, when they were celebrating, there were kids all over the field, just like today. So I'm sure Trey and Kristen have always thought about what we can do for kids, and they have their own, and then it's so you tie everything in together with Trey and Kristen, and then Dr. Moore was here today. I know Chip interviewed Dr. Moore. Dr. Moore was Jimmy V's doctor. I think he served Duke medicine for like 44 years, and he was gracious enough to come out today and throw out the first pitch, and then I, when I came up with this idea, I called Pam Valvano and told Pam about it a couple months ago, and told her we were going to do it April 28th, and I think we were in Louisville at the time, and she said, "Elliott, you know what April 28th is, don't you?" And I'd forgotten it was the anniversary of Coach V's, passing, and so to think that this all came together, Dr. Moore here, Trey's mama here, Harrison, who you probably heard his story on Twitter, where he was a 10-year-old kid who battling leukemia, and now he's graduating from NC State this summer. Shane here with all his friends, running the bases, and then it was the anniversary of Jimmy's passing, and 31 years ago, and it's just kind of, boy, it all. If Pam hadn't planned the vacation that she was on, she would have been here today. She was really touched by this whole thing.
It sounds like you got a lot of friends in the business, Tanner in South Carolina, for example, and a lot of people Sounds like you're going to try to reach out and maybe
I'm going to reach out to everybody. This season everybody's battling to finish somewhere and do something, and I'll leave people alone right now. But this summer, I'll reach out and make sure try to get every school, and we got some great schools here in this state, and then I'll reach out to the rest of the conference schools, and then I'll go to the SEC and Big 10, Big 12, and see if we can't get this everywhere. And I think it'll be who better can you support than the children of our country right now? Where better can your dollars go? And the more research we get, then the more trials there are going to be, and the more you see the shirt I'm wearing today. I gave my shirt off to give to Shane, and this was in my locker, but we know what this cause is, Chris Combs and ALS, and you can fight multiple causes at the same time. And anyway, I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate y'all being patient while I was out there talking to the kids.
Shane, what do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be an app developer.
Okay, app developer. You have a school or college you'd like to attend?
I don't really know any yet.
Don't know any yet? Okay.
You have plenty of time to figure it out, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I thought you liked dinosaurs. I thought you were going to be a paleontologist.
I used to.
Okay.
He's going out of that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right.